Adverse selection. Reducing adverse selection, moral hazard, using contracts to reduce moral hazard, using monitoring to reduce moral. During the mortgage market meltdown that started in 2007, record numbers of mortgage holders defaulted on their loans. Why did the executives of these banks take risks that result so much lost shareholder value? How can firm compensate its corporate executives so as to prevent them from undertaking irresponsible and potentially devastating actions? We need to examine how managers' incentives can lead to excessive risk-taking. Empirical methods. A party in a transaction may know less than the other party, asymmetric, because of the hidden characteristic of or hidden actions. A more informed party may exploit the less informed party, engaging in opportunistic behavior and create to adverse selection moral hazard. The problem, if consumers lack relevant information, they may not engage in transactions to avoid being exploited by better informed sellers. As a result, not all desirable transactions occur and potential consumer and producer surplus is lost. In extreme cases, adverse selection may prevent the market from operating at all. We will study two examples of adverse selection: insurance and products of varying quality. Adverse selection insurance. How would people react to a rate for insurance equal to the average cost of health care for the entire population? Fair rate. Unhealthy people that expect to incur health that care costs higher than average will see a good deal and many would buy it. Healthy people would not buy it because the premiums would exceed their expected healthcare costs unless they are risk averse. So products of unknown quality, and I remember talking last time about the lemon market, the second-hand car market, and adverse selection often arises because sellers of a product have better information about the product's quality than the buyer. In a transaction of car, the seller knows whether this car is a lemon, but the buyer cannot know its hidden characteristic. A lemon has a variety of products that become apparent to the owner only after buying the car and driving it for a while. The seller usually knows whether the car is a lemon. If sellers have more information than buyers, adverse selection may drive high-quality products out of the market. In the market of used cars, car buyers worry that the car might be a lemon. They would be willing to pay only relatively low prices that reflect the possibility of getting a lemon. However, sellers of excellent used cars will want to sell their cars at such low prices they do not enter the market. Adverse selection has driven the high-quality cars out of the market, leaving only lemons. Lemons market example: 1,000 sellers can alter the quality of their used cars. So 1,000 buyers are willing to pay $4,000 for a lemon and $8,000 for a good car. So we have this example. We have already presented this lemon market example. Varying quality under asymmetric information. If consumers can identify high-quality goods before purchase, they pay the same for goods regardless of quality. Firms do not produce top quality goods. If P is the same for high and low quality, the outcome is inefficient, assuming consumers are willing to pay more for top quality goods. One method for solving adverse selection problems is to restrict the ability of the informed party to take advantage of hidden information. Which type of restriction works best depends on the nature of the adverse selection problem. Universal coverage. Health insurance markets have adverse selection because low risk consumers do not buy insurance at prices that reflect the average risk. Such adverse selection may be eliminated by providing insurance to everyone or by mandating that everyone buy insurance. Product quality and product safety are known characteristics to sellers but not observed by buyers. Product liability laws protect consumers for being stuck with non-functional or dangerous products. Equalizing information. Another method for solving adverse selection is to provide information to all parties. And there are three methods for reducing information asymmetries: screening, signaling, and third party. Screening. Insurance companies screen potential customers based on their health records or medical exam. They collect information until marginal benefits and marginal costs from the extra information are equal. Buyers of used cars test or drive the cars, bring a trusted mechanic, or buy only from sellers with good reputation. Reputation is not easy to get in markets where buyers or sellers trade only once, like in tourist areas. Signaling. An informed party may signal the uninformed to eliminate adverse selection. However, signals work only when the recipients view them as credible. A firm may distribute a favorable report on its product quality by an independent testing agency. A candidate for life insurance may present a health report signed by a doctor, approved by the insurer. Moral hazard problems come from hidden actions. For instance, renters driving cars over road, workers loafing when the boss is not watching, the lawyers acting in their own interest instead of those of their clients. We'll focus on the insurance market and the principal-agent relation. Many types of insurance are highly vulnerable to hidden actions by insured parties that result in moral hazard problems. For example, a business insures merchandise in a warehouse against hazards such as fire and theft. If merchandise is not selling, the owner faces a significant financial loss. He may burn down the warehouse, hidden action, and make an insurance claim, which is immoral. If doctor's visits are free and unlimited with health insurance, the insurer may make excessive visits. These actions are not illegal or unethical, but costly to the insurer. Principal agent problem. Responsible delegate and principal agent contracts with agent to make an action that benefits the principal. If the agent's actions are hidden, moral hazard may result. A business owner hires an employee agent to work at the remote site and can't observe whether the employee is working hard. The employee may shirk by not providing all the services they are paid to provide. The principal and agent can agree to an efficient contract, an agreement in which neither party can be made better off without harming the other. If the parties of the contract are risk neutral, efficiency requires that the combined profit of the principal and agent be maximized. Reducing a moral hazard using efficient contracts. Paul, principal, owns many ice cream parlors across North America. He contracts with Amy agent to manage his Miami shop. Her duties include supervising workers, purchasing supplies, and performing necessary actions. The shop's daily earnings depend on the local demand conditions and how Amy works. Demand can be high or low, depending on weather conditions. Paul is risk neutral because he can pull earnings from the many stores he owns. Amy, like most people, is risk averse. We know an efficient contract requires Amy to bear no risk, but the outcome depends on whether the information is symmetric or asymmetric, conditions that we analyze next. So demand low, Amy's effort norm 100. Demand high, Amy's effort high 300. Demand low, Amy's effort extra 300, and demand high, Amy's effort extra 500. So moral hazard is not a prime if Paul can directly supervise Amy and agree that Amy earns $200 per day if she works extra hard, but loses her job if she doesn't. Amy zero risk, she gets $200 independently of weather. Amy's incentive to work hard, she nets 160, better than being fired. Paul bears all risk. Efficient contract, profit maximize, risk averse, agent bears no risk. Moral hazard is a problem if Paul cannot observe Amy's effort. Both agree on a fixed fee contract. Amy earns $100 per day. Amy zero risk, she gets $100 independently of weather. Amy's incentive to work. If she works normally, she gets $100, but if she works hard, she only gets $60. Paul bears all risk is 100, sigma squared 10,000. Inefficient profit is not maximized. Paul bear, so inefficient profit is although risk adverse agents bear no risk. So ice cream shops, how the expected payoffs, efficiency, so fixed wage, Paul Amy, Paul plus Amy. A skillfully designed contract, so using contracts to reduce moral hazard. A skillfully designed contract that provides strong incentives for the agent to act so that the outcome is always efficient may solve moral hazard problem. We'll focus on fixed fee and contingent contracts. Amy could pay Paul a fixed license fee to operate Paul's shop. Paul bears no risk as he receives a fixed fee. Amy bears all the risk and gets the residual. profit. Paul makes $200 with Cerny. Amy is incentive to work hard. She earns all the increase in expected profit for her extra effort. If Amy is nearly risk neutral, she picks the license fee. If she's highly riskier, she picks the fixed wage. Contingent contract may specify that the party receive payoffs that are contingent on some other variable. If monitoring is possible, contingency may be the action taken by the agent. If monitoring is not possible, payoff may be contingent to the state of nature, profit sharing, bonuses, options, piece rates, and commissions. Profit sharing contract, the payoff of each party is a fraction of the observable total profit. Paul and Amy agreed to split the earnings of the ice cream shop equally. Bonuses. A principal offers the agent a bonus extra payment if a performance target is hit. Contract. Paul offers Amy a base wage of $100 and a bonus of $200 if the shop's earnings before paying Amy exceeds to $300. Okay. So, using monitoring to reduce moral hazard. Employees who are paid a fixed salary have little incentive to work hard if the employer cannot observe circing, and if paid by the hour but the employer cannot observe how many hours they work, employees may inflate the number of hours they report work. It pays to prevent circing by carefully monitoring and firing employees who do not work hard if the cost of monitoring workers is low enough. Most common types of surveys: tailing phone numbers called and recording the duration of calls, videotaping employees' work, storing and reviewing email, storing and reviewing computer files, and tapping and reviewing phone conversation. Nearly 75 of employers monitor and surveillance employees, which is 81% in the financial sector. So firms usually monitor selected workers using spot checks. A quarter of firms that monitor employees do not tell them. Okay. Deferred payments. A firm pays new workers a low wage for initial period. Then workers who are caught circing are fired. Good workers remaining at higher wages. The firm provides a retirement pension that rewards only workers who stay with the firm for a sufficient long period of time. Problem: employers may fire good workers to avoid paying higher wages or retirement pension. Solution: firm reputation depend verification. Efficiency wages. Managers may reduce employee circing by paying an efficient wage. An unusually high wage above the worker's hourly cost. Incentive to reduce circing. If worker is fired and finds another job, the amount offered elsewhere is less than the efficiency wage. So, managerial problem. Why did the executive of these banks take risks that result so much lost shareholder value? How can a firm compensate its corporate executives so as to prevent them from undertaking responsible endeavors actions. So it seems managers of this band took excessive risk because their risky actions were hidden. They were compensated for success and not substantially penalized for failure. One solution is to provide incentives that penalize them relatively more for failure. A combination of fixed salary with bonus and the penalty of firing the executive if the firm has a loss. Another is to increase independent monitoring of executive payment contract. Moral hazard was common partly because these contracts were designed by senior executives themselves. If shareholders had symmetric information, they would have objective, but few shareholders had the time, ability, or sufficient information to scrutinize executive compensation contracts. And this is the end of chapter 15, which is more theoretic. So what we understood here is that we have to obtain a solution to boost employees' productivity, either by monitoring their activity or by offering them incentives to work more, percentage of sales, or and so on, so that they can do their best. And this is a common problem. However, there is this situation that they can boost managers can boost the short-term profitability of the firm, but in the long run, their decision may be considered risky and can even generate the bankruptcy of the company. And we see the 2007, 2008 examples in the financial industry.